Hey, I'm Jonathan with Acoustic Sounds in Salina, Kansas, and today we're going to be going over the new releases for January 10th, 2025. Things have been a little crazy for us here over the last few weeks with a massive amount of orders coming out of the holidays into the new year and fighting with a snowstorm that's delayed shipping. So we wanted to thank you for your support and your patience as we try and get all of your orders out the door, so hang tight with us. Additionally, we have been reading the comments and concerns regarding the ambiguity of arrival of SACDs from Analogue Productions, and we wanted to let you know once again that we do not always know when we are going to be receiving these titles. We let you know as soon as we are aware of an arrival date or when they release, so please always check here every Friday for more information about SACDs or subscribe to the email newsletter. Subscribing to both is going to be the best way to stay up to date on when any titles release. And with that, let's get right into it. New SACDs from Esoteric Decca and Warner. Andre Previn. Previn plays Gershwin, Rhapsody in Blue, An American in Paris, Concerto in F. Mitsuko Uchida. Mozart live in concert, including Fantasia in C minor, Sonata in C minor, etc. And Von Karajan and Leontine Price, Puccini, Tosca. New from the Rhino High Fidelity series, 3 more titles. John Coltrane, Ole Coltrane. The Cars, Candy-O. And Devo, Freedom of Choice. And all of these are cut from the original stereo analog master tape by Kevin Gray at Coherent Audio and are pressed at Optimal in Germany, and are numbered limited editions of 5,000 that come with an OB and extensive liner notes. Up for pre-order from Mobile Fidelity with an arrival date yet to be announced, Miles Davis, My Funny Valentine, and this is a 180-gram LP pressed on MoFi Super Vinyl, sourced from the original analog master tape to DSD-64, and is a limited numbered edition of 3,000 copies. Coming in February are 2 more titles that have been announced from the Bluesville Acoustic Sound series, and those titles are Lonnie Johnson, Blues and Ballads, and Mississippi John Hurt, Today. And both of these are 180-gram vinyl pressings, mastered by Matthew Luthans at the Mastering Lab at Blue Heaven Studios from the original analog tapes, and will be plated and pressed at Quality Record Pressings. Coming next week are the last 2 titles from the Analogue Productions Pablo series, and those titles are Art Tatum and Ben Webster, the Tatum Group Masterpieces, and Ella Fitzgerald and Joe Pass, Take Love Easy. And these titles are also mastered by Matthew Luthans at the Mastering Lab from the original analog master tape, and will be plated and pressed at Quality Record Pressings on 180-gram vinyl. Coming January 31st from Analogue Productions, the UHQR of Katie Lied by Steely Dan, and this is a 45 RPM 200-gram Clarity vinyl pressing that is mastered directly from the original master tape by Bernie Grundman, and is plated and pressed at Quality Record Pressings. And there will be an SACD for this title, but again, we do not know when that will arrive. Last week, we announced the next 2 titles from the Atlantic 75 series that are going to be coming February 7th, and those are Crosby, Stills, and Nash, CSN, and this is in a textured jacket replicating the look and feel of the original, as well as Genesis self-titled album, and both of these titles are 45 RPM 180-gram pressings that are pressed at Quality Record Pressings, and both of them are mastered directly from the original tapes by Chris Bellman at Bernie Grundman Mastering. And now to highlight a couple boxes from the Vinyl Vault this week. First up, from Classic Records, the Brit Box, and this is a 1994 compilation of 10 titles from the RCA Living Stereo catalog, 10 LPs, and a full list of which titles those are available in the product description on our website via the link below. And they also did a second box, the BritBox Volume 2. We do not currently have that, but you can be on the lookout for that as another part of this compilation series. Next is one of the 8 UHQRs that Mobile Fidelity put out in the 80s, Sgt. Pepper's Lonely Hearts Club Band by the Beatles. This is 1 of 5,000, came out in 1982 and was pressed at JVC in Japan. And what's nice about this box is it is rare to find any of these UHQRs with the linen outer case in this grade of condition, and this is a limited numbered edition of 5,000 and comes with a spec sheet, the certificate, and is overall in mint condition. And lastly, from Mosaic, the complete Columbia recordings of Miles Davis and John Coltrane. This came out in the year 2000 and is a 9LP 58-track box set that contains all of the Columbia recordings from the mid-50s through the early 60s, and also has a 24-page book that includes extensive liner notes and rare photographs. Here are some other titles we got in this week. From Atlantic, Iron Butterfly, Fillmore East, 1968. From Avenue Records, War, The World is a Ghetto. And this is a 50th anniversary box set with 4 black LPs and 1 gold LP. From Def Jam, Rihanna, A Girl Like Me, on C-Glass vinyl. From Deco Music, Brian Setzer Orchestra, The Dirty Boogie, on Seafoam Melt vinyl. From Elemental Music, The Undisputed Truth, self-titled. From Legacy, Brownstone, From the Bottom Up, a 30th anniversary edition. From Omnivore Recordings, 2 Little Richard titles, The Second Coming, on opaque red vinyl, and King of Rock and Roll on white vinyl. From Parlophone, Tina Turner, Rough. From RCA, Childish Gambino, Atta Vista, and this is a 140-gram double LP with a booklet. From Reigning Phoenix Music America, Opeth, The Last Will and Testament box set. And this contains 2 limited edition opaque white and dark green Corona records that are 45 RPM, as well as a CD and a Blu-ray disc. And from Rhino, Porno for Pyros, Pyrotechnics, Porno for Pyro's latest and greatest, on clear with orange splatter vinyl. And now it's time for an employee pick, and this week's pick comes from James in the graphics department, and his pick was Deja Intendu by Brand New. Quintessential emo, but also a quintessential album in general. I can't tell you how many times I've played this album since it was released in 2003. Deja Intendu will always hold a very special place in my collection, a reminder of a place, a time, and a feeling. Thank you, James. Well, that wraps up the new releases this week here at Acoustic Sounds for January 10th, 2025. As always, everything you saw in the video today will be available on our website via links in the description below. And if you haven't already, subscribe to our YouTube channel and the email newsletter in the footer of our website, as well as following us on any social media platforms that you use. We'll see you next week.
Please like and subscribe for more audiophile content.